Hey everyone, welcome to Passive Play. So today we have Family Reunion Part 5, final season streaming on Netflix. So the original summary of the show was you have a retiring professional football player with his wife and his family and their kids. They move in with his parents in a small town in Columbus amid bad finances and kind of figuring out their next move as a family after just visiting for the family reunion. And Netflix has this thing where two parts equal one season. So in Netflix standards, there's only really three seasons. The show started in 2019. Um, some people look at it as five seasons because each part is a new season, kind of a thing. So whether you look at it as three seasons or five seasons, it's been on since 2019. Um, and with part five, episode one, off the bat, it's really funny. It opens this new season. They kind of do a retelling of the fifth child that's born, baby boy Sky, and Coco has had the baby and she's still in a lot of pain, but the doctor's not listening, kind of disregarding what she's saying, that she still feels weird or she still feels off. She still has a lot of pain in her stomach, and the doctor tells Coco she will be fine. I've delivered hundreds of babies. And Medea is like, which is Coco's stepmother. She's like, let me find somebody else. Talking about you delivered hundreds of babies, I ain't seen you but deliver one. And this happens a lot, especially, they say with African American women, and a lot of time with births. The percentages are really high on these kind of deaths, and it's really unfortunate. But they're telling the doctor something isn't right, and the doctors just kind of disregard it. And you just see people dying of negligence because they could, if the doctor had listened, maybe they could have took some more tests, or maybe got in a second opinion, or got another doctor to look at something. Who knows? But that episode kind of deals with that. Episode two, um, Madeir, she's not on the up and up on today's lingos and sayings, and knowing how to use the apps to send money and receive money. And then you have this new character, Tyson, who's trying to die and he needs to be, fresh princed. Episode three, you better teach these kids about HBCUs. Episode four, life gets real, and sometimes the kids have to teach the parents, teach the adults. Episode five, welcome to the workforce. And they broke Jesus, And episode eight's really good too. Honestly, all the episodes are good. It's just, kind of just giving you like a little bit of the themes in those first five episodes. It's a total of 10 episodes. In the previous parts, they had gone down to 9, 8, 7 episodes, per the part. So it's cool that they ended on a full 10 episodes for the final part, season, whatever. And they're all a little bit under 30 minutes. The last episode was like over 30 minutes, 31 minutes, I think. But overall, you got growing pains, becoming a young adult, making good decisions and bad choices, having consequences and learning from them. They got rap with some musical dance moments. Families should have each other's back, and honesty is the best policy. Are themes woven throughout the entire series. They also have some great guest stars. Kim Coles from Living Single, Thelma Hopkins from Family Matters, Essence Atkins, Jackie Harry, Layla Rashawn from Wait and Exhale. They do a nod to that with Loretta Devine, who's on the show as Madeira, the grandmother. You got Richard Roundtree, who's just a series, he's on the show as a grandfather. Shaft, Can You Dig It? You have Tia Mari Hardick, as the mom. So there's a lot of veteran actors on here, and a lot of the guest stars. Honestly, they're throughout the 10 episodes, multiple guest stars on certain episodes. But if you blink, some of them they come in and out. You may see them only for a few minutes, so pay attention. I'm not gonna name drop everybody, but Randy Ray Carroll Robinson, Eric Roberts, all kind of people. It's a lot of great guest stars, and the show is very much in the same vein of A Family Matters, a Moesha, a Fresh Prince, and it's funny. And they have those kind of life learning moments, with the kids and even the adults, kind of dynamic. It takes a village to raise kids, and having family support is everything if you have that support. And this show very much deals with that. The family dynamic with the parents, the grandparents, the kids, the grandkids, and just those kind of relationships, balancing school and work, and those relationships, with each other. And if you haven't watched this, I would recommend, you can do it by yourself, or it's better, with your family. The kids will have a fun time too. This is very much a family show meant to be watched with kids or your nieces and nephews, grandkids, whatever that kind of dynamic is. Diversity is a thing that keep people keep pushing for in Hollywood, and representation matters. And this show is more geared to African American families, but anyone can watch this and enjoy it. A lot of the themes are all nationalities, all races, and so everybody deals with a lot of the same common issues, even though people act like they don't a lot of the times. And I think this may be their best season, and unfortunately, it's their last. But the show, it lasts longer than most of their shows like this. Most of their shows they may get to like part two. So they got a part three, or they got three seasons. Some only get maybe one season or a season and a half. So they got the 3 season, 5 parts. So that's really good. And in the sea of all these serial killer, horror, and kind of creepy criminal content shows that have been coming out, mainly because it's Halloween, but just a lot of shows have been coming out with that kind of content. This kind of show balances it out with the kind of lighthearted family comedy, with the mixed in with the life lessons, kind of dramas, and just things that everyday families go through. I like how the show ends. It ends very full circle. How the show started, part one, episode one, and I think overall the show, it sticks to a great landing. It basically ends how it begins from the very first episode in part one, and as you get down to like those last 2 episodes, it moves the story forward, and you end overall feeling really good. If you haven't watched Family Reunion, or have you even heard of it? Because Netflix never, they don't be advertising. Then I would say watch this show. I digress, because there's a lot of times, stuff be coming out on Netflix. They don't really advertise anything. Um, and if you have watched it, watch this show, then I would say continue it. Maybe you dropped off at some point, follow, finish it up, watch it all the way through. And watch this last season. It left me wanting another season. I like to watch shows like this, in between, the more serious stuff. Sometimes you need that balance of, lighthearted comedy, whether you're watching horror, action, and all that. You need that kind of balance. So this show's a good balance. It's a good kind of palate cleanser, just as far as your sensory and what you're kind of watching and what you're taking in. If you're watching something like a Dahmer or anything like that. But other than that, again, I can't recommend this last season anymore. I think this is their best season. I think the production value, is better too than maybe the previous parts. Of course, comedy is subjective to people who watch it. Some things I may find funny, other people don't. But I think it's funny throughout. The jokes hit. It sticks, yeah, very much sticks to its landing. And I think, them knowing that it was their last season, they really, I think, really, as far as the writing and the production, all the different things that are set up, the different numbers, the things that they explore, I think they really made sure that they brought it home, and I think they did a good job. At the end, take your time to watch it. It's 10 episodes, so it's roughly about a little bit, probably under 5 hours or a little bit over 5 hours. basically 2 episodes an hour. So either way, I think you'll have a good time, especially if you're watching it with your family, even if you're watching it by yourself. And, so if you like this review, hit the like button. Um, if you have any comments about anything I said, do you like the show? Do you like the show? Are you watching the show? Did you even know it was coming back? Did you even know about the show at all? I don't know. People must have been watching it because it's made it, 3 seasons. But and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Trying to get 1,000 by the end of the year, and I will see you all next time.